What's good? What's good? This your host, Swag Boy from swagboy360.com. Today's episode, Chuuch versus Sharp the Pimp. You know what? I was just watching Sharp interview a young pimp. Now, before I was gonna watch this video, I didn't expect this interview to go the way it went. See, I saw Sharp get into it with the girl Blue Jasmine. I don't know if that's her name. I think it was Blue Jasmine. And they was going back and forth because honestly, I think the bitch Blue Jasmine, she was out of pocket. And I think at the time, the way Sharp handled it, even though he was very loud with her and kind of got a little emotional, I think it was necessary for an individual like her. Because in that time, he showed her, you ain't popping the way you popping, the way you think you popping. However, when I saw this interview with Sharp and a dude named Chuuch, I thought it was gonna go a little bit differently. Now, from what I understand, the dude Chuuch, he got in contact with Adam 22 because he wanted to holler at Sharp because he felt Sharp pimpish ways was old school. And now it's a new way of pimping. And Sharp agreed to sit down with this young individual and have a conversation about the new age pimping, about how new age pimping is better than old school pimping. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't like what I saw. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, Sharp, you disappointed me, man. You disappointed me because check this out. The way you came at that young individual was totally unnecessary. See, you gotta understand something, Sharp. That young individual wanted to get something off his chest. You agreed to meet up with the dude to talk with him. You ain't agreed to go argue with him. You was arguing with him. And honestly, I believe the reason why you argue with him because you was afraid of what he might say about you or the game. See, here's the thing. Just because you a certain age group, just because you was raised in a certain era, it doesn't mean you can't learn from the individuals that came after you. See, Sharp, what you fail to realize is that you in your late 30s, early 40s, right? You do know that dude Chuuch, whatever his name is, let's say he's in his mid-20s. Do you know that he is individuals who are in their mid-20s right now are more advanced than us when we was in our mid-20s? You know why? Because of technology. So Sharp, let me tell you what I think that dude was about to tell you about new school game. See, here's the thing. Sharp, you probably used to the old school pimping. Put a bitch on a track and let her make your money. You sit the bitch on a track, you sit the bitch on a whole stroll and let the bitch get your money. But see, that is the old school way of getting money. See, now that technology is out, bitches don't have to sit on a whole stroll no more. Bitches don't gotta go to casinos every night. Bitch could really make legal money from OnlyFans. And the dude Chuuch was what I look to be is an OnlyFans pimp. Him and his girl make content and he sell it. And now what you was doing, just because you disagree with the way he was working as a P, you discredit his pimping because he doing it on OnlyFans. And check this out, Sharp. That dude who you was roasting, he did something that a lot of P's don't do. And that's bring his bitch on the scene with him. He brought his bitch to the show. See, here's the thing. A lot of these P's, they always talk about how they getting it, how they got a down ass bitch, how they get all these bitches, but we don't see the bitches. We're the bitches. We don't see the bitches until they get mad at the pimping and then want to blow his spot up. Oh yeah, I was working with him for this amount of years. You know what I mean? I was doing this for this amount of dollars, all this stuff, all of this. And they don't show they bitches. But see, Sharp, he brought his girl to the show. And you know what I think, Sharp? That made you jealous, yo. You was hating on that young pimp, yo. You was jealous because you saw how bad his bitch was. You saw how she looked. And you like, you know what? I could do something with that bitch. I could work that bitch. See, that's what a lot of people in the game don't talk about. A lot of people in the game don't talk about how the old P's be hating on the young P's. And if you a P, you know what I'm talking about. If you a P and you call yourself a P, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Old pimp, he in his 40s, 50s, 60s. He probably ain't got a bitch, or he probably got a bitch, but she an old bitch. She ain't a young bitch. She ain't the bitch he really want. And then what? That old P see a young P. That young P 25, 30. Got a bad little snow bunny. 19, 20, 21-year-old. Now this old P, no. He got way more game than this young P. See, this old P is looking at this young P's pimping. He like, damn. Youngin miss pimping. He miss pimping. Give me that bitch. Let me have that bitch. See, it's the jealousy. It's the rage. See, Sharp, this where you effed up at. All you had to do was school that youngin, yo. If you felt that youngin was mispimping, it's ways you could have came at that youngin and said, look, youngin, I was your age before. This how you do it. Because here's the thing. Even though you was disrespecting that young P, he still respect you enough to still listen to you, man. He was still ready to listen and ready to learn from you, yo. See, Sharp, the way you treated that young P, I think individuals like you are messing up the game. That puts a black eye on the game because even though that young P probably don't have as much game as you have, you could have set him up in the right direction because guess what? He is the future. Am I right or wrong? If he really down on his pimping, he is the future. But see, Sharp, you came at him on some other shit, man. You was disrespecting that young P in front of his bitch. Knowing that wasn't called for, yo. That young P ain't disrespect you, yo. That young P ain't call you out your name. That young P ain't invite you to his you know what. He ain't do none of that. He ain't deserve that. You disrespected that young P in front of his bitch. See, even though his bitch was still in pocket, his bitch gonna look at him a little differently now. She gonna be like, damn, I thought you was a man. You let another man disrespect you in front of me? See, Sharp, you know if that P was seasoned, it wouldn't have went down like that, man. See, I could argue that your tactics for how you approached that young P was probably bullying. And there was no need to do it because he came with respect. You kept asking him questions and then cutting them off. You kept asking him, all right, let me hear. Let me hear what you guys say. What you guys say. All right, and then you start arguing with that's some bitch shit. That wasn't pimpish. You arguing with a nigga you supposed to be talking to. You asking this nigga, oh, who gave you the name Chuuch? Ain't no. Since when is another man supposed to name another man that ain't his goddamn daddy? If he want to call himself Chuuch, let him call himself Chuuch. That's his name. I thought as a man, we supposed to be self-made. We give ourselves a name. We ain't supposed to wait till another man give us a nickname. What type of hoe shit is that? And I was waiting for the young pimpin'. I was waiting for young pimpin' to say what he wanted to say because we could learn from that. People could learn from him. That young pimp was talking about making legal money. Legal money. That should be the new way of getting this money. Instead of taking penitentiary jail chances to get some goddamn money. OnlyFans has opened up the way for people, yo. OnlyFans has put food on people's plates without risking going to jail. Just pay your taxes, okay? Just pay your taxes. But still in all, you want niggas to keep putting bitches on hostros? Taking chances of getting robbed? Taking chances of getting raped? Taking chances of getting locked up? Taking chances of being killed? Or also you can have a boost of ego? You wrong for that. You wrong for that. And you talking about how the bitch, how he is wifed up. No. You said that that's not his hoe, that's his girlfriend. Well, I don't know if the rumor is true, but allegedly they said you used to be married, or you was married, or you still is married. So what if the bitch is his girlfriend? So what? You talking about you never heard of a nigga pimping his girlfriend? Is that what you telling me? Come on, man. In closing, stop hating on a young P, man. Cause that's some sucker shit. What I saw from you, Sharp, that was some sucker shit. Yelling at a nigga, raising your voice at a nigga. Like, nigga, do you know how to talk to people, yo? I ain't talking about no hoe. I ain't talking about Blue Jasmine. Fuck her. I'm talking about real men, yo. Do you know how to have a civilized conversation? Because that was the purpose of that interview, to have a civilized See, Adam, please, next time you have somebody on the show with Sharp, can you please be there to referee the shit, man? Can you please be there to be the middleman, to tell this nigga, okay, be quiet, let him answer? Can you please do that? Because all I heard was 30 minutes of yelling and arguing, majority from Sharp's end. That shit was whack. You talking about that young P ain't teaching you nothing, ain't showing you nothing. You ain't show him nothing. You ain't break nothing down for him. I sense so much jealousy, yo. You talking about, oh, she about to leave you. She about to leave you. Why you want to see a bitch leave a young P, man? Why you want to see that young P holeless? You call yourself a real P. Why you want to see another P holeless? Why does it make you feel good to see a young P holeless? Answer that. Why are you waiting for a young P's downfall? Why? All you young P's listening, I know a lot of y'all, when y'all in the game, you're very impressionable. Soon as you, oh yeah, and this remind me, because I remember the young P Church, right? He kept saying his name is Chuuch, and Sharp was saying, no, you ain't Don Juan ain't give you that name. Now, for those who don't know, Pimp Magic Don Juan, he always say Chuuch, right? And Sharp was like, yo, that name ain't official unless he gave it to you. And here's the thing. And the way the young P Church respond, he said, yo, I want to meet Don Juan. I want to meet him, yo. That's how he responded, yo. Like, even though this young P got his own way of working in the game, he's still ready to learn more. That's how y'all doing now? That's how y'all doing, the young P's that want to learn? You arguing with them now instead of teaching them, instead of showing them different ways, instead of making them sharper than what they are. That's straight up hate right there. And a lot of you older dudes got this problem, yo. Y'all get so jealous of younger individuals on the come up. I don't know why, but y'all get so jealous. And there's no need to get jealous. I remember a while ago, I told y'all this before, right? I used to pass out flyers at different strip clubs to bring other people to the strip club that I was working with for promo. Me and my friend, we used to promote strip clubs, pass out flyers. We used to do this, right? I done seen, yo, with my own eyes. It was a young P, right? He was new to the game. I say about 2 years in, right? He had 2 bitches. One bitch was fat, not appealing. The other bitch was beautiful, yo. And he was getting schooled by another older P. An older P was like, yeah, you supposed to be doing this with your bitch, right? And I saw him, right? He was talking, this is crazy. I know this still probably happening in the game, right? So what he did to the young P, which was so rude and disrespectful, yo, looking back at it. The young P, he was doing something wrong with his bitch, right? And at first he was talking to his fat, nasty, ugly bitch. Old Pimp ain't say nothing. He was doing it with the fat, old, ugly, the fat bitch, right? But soon as the young P was doing something wrong with the beautiful bitch he had, the old pimp came into approach the young P. Like, yo, he called him by his name because, you know, what, they was cordial. They had a little relationship going on. So basically he said, no, Pimp, you got to do this. Don't you ever do that. Just checking the nigga in front of his bitch. Checking the young P in front of his bitch. Let me explain something to y'all, man. A pimp is supposed to have a pimp is supposed to have the utmost respect amongst his bitches, yo. A bitch, listen, a hoe supposed to treat her pimp like God, nigga. She's supposed to worship the ground he walk on. How the fuck is a bitch supposed to worship the ground a pimp walk on? If she see another pimp, just straight check your ass like a little bitch. So when I saw that, I'm like, damn, why he talking to her? Why he talking to him like that? And he just listening and shit because he trying to learn the game. Anyway, long story short, I wound up running into him again, right? The young P, because we were still promoting or whatever. He had his little bitch in the strip club. So I saw him again, but he was with the fat bitch. So I was like, yo, what happened with the other girl, the cute one? What happened? Oh man, she dipped off on me. She ain't fuck with me no more. I'm like, oh damn, yo, that's crazy. I'm like, what? Does she still work here? Like, what's she working at now? He's like, I don't know. Guess what, y'all? That same bitch that he was working when the old pimp had checked him. Guess what? She was now working at the strip club I was promoting. And guess what I saw? After the strip club closed, I saw the bitch get into his car. See, that's what I'm saying. She left the young pimp for the old pimp, yo. And it's so crazy because I read a ice. I don't know if it was, no. I think it was Horror Son. It was Horror Son. It was a book. It was a book called Horror Son, and a similar situation happened, yo. Horror Son had a bad little bitch, and the older pimp snatched her ass up right from under him, yo. And he said, yo, this the game. You gotta respect it, yo. It's foul shit. And that's what reminded me of what fucking Sharp did, yo. That's what Sharp did. And that's some hating ass shit right there. And I don't care if you a P or not. With how Sharp handled that young nigga was some straight hating ass shit. If nobody else gonna say it, nigga, I'ma say it, yo. And that was today's episode of Like comment, subscribe. And I'ma catch you on the next go round, my nigga. Hello.